Filly and Mare Sprint has a long run to the only turn, so riders will have every opportunity to work out a trip. Ida is very steady, but not very fast. She does have the advantage of being based in California. So this is where we have to remind you about how Chad Brunn's dirt runners have done. Goodnight Olive ran an enormous figure behind Echo Zulu last time and could run 2 to 3 points worse than that and still a big shot here. But this mare has a history of layoffs, and a huge new top can do damage to a horse with soundness issues. If you add in an east-west ship, we don't want her at a short price. Kristen Botch is another solid California filly who isn't that fast. Matarea goes for Brad Cox and Godolphin. She's never run fast enough to beat the two favorites if they run their race, but she has lots of figures that could get her a piece of this if she fires. If this race was in New York or Kentucky, we would expect her to, so she's kind of the canary in the coal mine. How she runs could tell us something about Cox and or Godolphin. One East Coast trainer who has adjusted is Steve Asmussen. A few years ago, he started sending his Breeders' Cup horses to California early, and they have run back to their top or better almost half the time. Society is very fast. We're not worried about the ship, and the timing into this is very good. We think she's the most likely winner, but even so, sometimes she just doesn't show up. Three Witches has about the same figures as the California fillies. This one is third off a layoff, so a new top is at least possible, and she's shipping from Florida, so warm to warm. Ugiri shows a classic case of good long-term pattern, but bad pattern right now. Overall, she's clearly getting better. She's faster this year, and her good ones are getting closer together. But this is a classic 0-2, a top and a small backward move. We would expect a bad one even without the east-west ship. We have to play against Goodnight Olive, and if Society runs her race, she should take this. If she doesn't, absolutely anything could happen.